Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we are going to be discussing something that I fear is indeed a possibility for Ninjago Dragons Rising and the year of 2025. More specifically, something that may or may not happen towards the end of this month. That, of course, being the Comic-Con panel for San Diego Comic-Con 2025, which we do know is happening for this year, taking place later this month. However, it has not been confirmed as of yet that Ninjago or LEGO will be attending the event and doing a panel. And yes, in case you guys do not know, usually Ninjago does do a San Diego Comic-Con panel. In past years, they have done a joint panel with LEGO Dreams, or in some cases, they literally just did an entire panel focused on Ninjago. And in the case of last year, for example, we had the Comic-Con panel get announced around July 11th. That announcement was made, and they pretty much announced a huge Comic-Con panel for Ninjago, talking about the continuation of Ninjago Dragons Rising and the upcoming 15th anniversary, with various hints as well dropped regarding the future of the show. A lot of those hints did involve Dragons Rising Season 2 Part 2, because at the time the episodes had not leaked. In fact, going up to the panel and going up to the events taking place at Comic-Con, the episodes had not leaked. They only leaked after the panel happened. It was a very chaotic day. We had the panel, we had the first trailer for Dragons Rising Season 2 Part 2, then later that day, again, all of the episodes leaked online and kind of spoiled a lot of what the panel hinted about, not even 24 hours after the panel happened. Now, flash forward to this year, and we have some different circumstances. Most of Season 3 Part 2 has actually leaked online, and the episodes have been leaked for a few months now. Granted, we still have 2 episodes left, but a lot of the upcoming Ninjago release is out there. And as such, Ninjago fans have been speculating, and I have been worrying a little bit. If a lot of these leaks happened, and a lot of what could have been teased at the Comic-Con panel for this year, if all of that is already out, will there even be a Comic-Con panel this year? Now, like I said, last year the Comic-Con panel was announced around the 11th. It is currently not the 11th, so we still have a few more days, theoretically, for this panel to be announced, and details surrounding what they will show / talk about on this panel, those details could always come out again within the next few days. However, like I said, because of all the leaks that have happened, I'm not sure how likely a Comic-Con panel is. Also, combine that with the fact that a lot of other major studios and IPs are skipping out of Comic-Con this year, and all things considered, Comic-Con might be very empty. I'm not so sure if Ninjago will have a panel, just because, again, a lot of the future stuff that they could tease has already been leaked. Not to mention, it might be a little bit complicated to try to figure out how exactly to run this panel when the leaks are out there. Say they don't talk about anything related to Season 3 Part 2, more on that momentarily, and they still do, say, a Q&A section, which they usually do at these Comic-Con events. What's stopping people from asking about Season 3 Part 2 and the leaked episodes? Are they just going to not answer anything Season 3 Part 2 related? Maybe outside of episodes 19 and 20, assuming those don't leak by the time the panel happens too. Again, maybe they could just avoid all questions related to Season 3 Part 2, but again, if you are ignoring your next release for Ninjago Dragons Rising and not teasing it, might be a missed opportunity there as well. At the same time, I'm not sure if they physically can tease anything because, again, the episodes are out. You are trying to promote something that sure has not come out officially, but something that everyone has already seen. At least most Ninjago fans. Now, with that being said, there are still things that they could announce or tease at the panel. Obviously, last year's panel teased the 15th anniversary of Ninjago, not really revealing anything specific, but teasing that they had plans. Maybe this year for Comic-Con, those plans could be teased even more so, and the entirety of 2026 as a year could be focused on at the panel. Maybe, again, not only teasing 15th anniversary stuff, whether it be, again, the sets that are coming out, or if they do decide to do something different and have something else released next year, maybe they could talk about it there. Maybe they could hint towards the upcoming live-action Ninjago movie, which is not supposed to be coming out for another few years, presumably, but again, they could still tease these events at the panel. And depending on who's on the panel, might actually clarify what's going to be teased. If it's primarily the Dragons Rising writers, well, maybe 2026 as a year could be teased. Again, not only with Dragons Rising Season 4, but the 15th anniversary sets, but if it's the writers of the upcoming Ninjago movie, the Hagman brothers, well then maybe we might get information about the movie. There are things to tease at the panel if they still wanted to, again, have the panel. It just kind of sucks because, again, we are just kind of ignoring the elephant in the room here. The episodes for Season 3 Part 2, at least again for the most part, have been leaked. So what is there to tease? Like I said, there are indeed things that they can totally tease outside of Dragons Rising Season 3 Part 2, like Season 4, like the 15th anniversary stuff, but it just goes to show, again, if this panel does get canceled, how harmful these early episode leaks can be. And this is another reason why I feel like we do not need these early episode leaks. As awesome as it might be for some people to get the episodes early, there are just way too many negatives in leaking early episodes. For one, again, upcoming events like this Comic-Con panel could ultimately be canceled as a result of the leaks, and frankly, I would not blame LEGO/Ninjago for not wanting to do a panel this year, just because all the leaks happened. And for two, the aforementioned drought that we talked about in previous videos, the idea of waiting longer for Season 4 if all of Season 3 gets leaked too early, there's just too many negatives that go along with the episodes being leaked, and this is something that I stress again and again, yet not a lot of people seem to understand it. Now, like I said, I would not blame LEGO or Ninjago if they do not decide to do a Comic-Con panel this year. If it was me, I probably would not want to do one either, just because, again, with all of these leaks out there, it would be hard to actually run this panel and hint towards stuff to the future, knowing that all of this stuff is already out there, or at least a lot of what they could be promoting at the panel, and this doesn't seem like a great situation. We've had Ninjago writers talk about how the episodes leaking early does affect pretty much everyone involved, which again is another reason why the leaks are not very beneficial and not very good just in general, but I digress. Like I said, it doesn't really seem like a lot of people understand how harmful these episode leaks could be. I will say I will be keeping an eye out over the next few days because maybe this Comic-Con panel is still happening. There is still a chance that they do go forward with it as usual. Like I said, they might just avoid talking about Season 3 Part 2 stuff. I don't know. It's just a weird situation, and I hope for the best. I will be, again, making a video if anything official does get announced, so stay tuned. But until then, leave all of your thoughts down below in the comments. What exactly do you think about this entire situation? Do you think the Comic-Con panel for this year is still happening? Do you think Ninjago will be skipping Comic-Con this year? I really hope not, but if they do end up skipping, high chance it is because of the episode leaks. So leave all of your thoughts down below in the comments. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, feel free to like and subscribe. Do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Peace.